Miss Lemons. You've probably heard or seen this game through your favorite YouTubers, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I did too, all 37 of them. So you may be wondering why I wanted to talk about this game, and that's because I've personally taken interest to it, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So first, let's start off with the main game, Mr. Tomatoes. Yeah, I bet you thought you were thinking I was talking about Miss Lemons. Well, just hear me out for a moment. In Mr. Tomatoes, you have to feed this nice looking tomato food, but you have to make sure that you give him what he wants. Simple, right? The game will progressively get harder as you need to buy specific items to help support you making the right choice. It goes from feeding him correctly to making 50-50 chances on whether or not the food is right and whether or not it needs to be blended if it's a combo meal. Dang, I messed up quite a bit. Oh boy, is that an anger meter? I sure hope that doesn't lead to something bad.
I did not ask for this.
Uh-oh. During this state of the game, you are screwed. There isn't much you can do here but to feed him either the eyes, brain, or hand. At the end of the day, you are screwed. So after the cool little jump scare he gives you from being incompetent, if you try to open up the game again, you'd realize that you can't. In this game, you're only supposed to play it once, and from there forward, you would not be able to access the game. However, since my brother Josh had bought me the game, it gave me the opportunity to reset it and have an infinite amount of triumphs when it comes to getting the different endings, which we would get to after going over Miss Lemons. Miss Lemons is your educational math teacher with no evil intent or spirit hiding behind that gorgeous smile. Educational math teacher? Isn't that just Baldi's Basics? On the side note, can I just say something? I don't really know how to put this, but every single time I've brought this up with my friends, I've been associated as the weirdo. But is it just me or does that mouth animation look really, really clean? Maybe I am the weird one. You have to answer math equations and collect stars to essentially do the same thing like you did with Mr. Tomatoes. Get the answer right before the timer rings, you did good. Fail to answer in time or get it incorrect too many times, you failed. And just like Mr. Tomatoes, once you are in this state, you are essentially screwed. You can only play an unfair game of rock, paper, scissors, lose your hand and your right eye, and eventually meet your untimely demise. Now, I don't know if I was gonna put a jump scare there, but if I did, I am so sorry. You know, I also find it kind of funny how I get 10 questions wrong and then she kills me because I'm so stupid. Like, I'm pretty sure the education system is flawed, but I don't think it was ever this bad. The same applies before where you can't play the game again, but there is in fact something different. They open up a web page in your browser to give you a cool motivating poster that says, "You are worthless." How endearing. Now knowing this, you may be like, well, what's so cool about this game? And to that, I'll tell you to give me like 2 minutes and I'll break it down for you. When you reset the game and go back to Miss Lemons, you'll realize that there's something that you wouldn't see coming. Get it? Because you are still affected with the limited sight disease caused from your looker being ripped from your cranium. This is unexpected. Another thing that you'll realize is that if you further progress the game, you will not be able to use your items, as your hand had also been severed. God, I wonder what else she took.
Where's my dick at? Where?
Oh no! And you may think that the game is broken, but it is in fact a true part of the game. So here's where the cool part comes in. When you return back to Mr. Tomatoes, you will realize that you will still not be able to drive legally in all 50 states. So how would you be able to gain back the privilege to go 70 miles in a school zone? And that is to make the funny red man angry so that you can consume the eye and consume the hand to be able to regain what was once lost. Consume. And that is why this game is super cool. In a way, I heard that the game could be described as a symbiotic relationship or something like that. I don't know. That sounds like something from like biology or something. But essentially what it comes down to is things that go hand in hand with each other. Like you hitting the subscribe button to my channel.
Perfect execution. Subscribe.
This means that you can buy the knife and kill Mr. Tomatoes. That's cool. However, what if you just got a little angry at Miss Lemons? But why would you want to do that when Miss Lemons called you stupid for the 30th time in a row and you think that she deserves a little lesson for herself? So you buy the knife, open up Miss Lemons, try to stab her, and point being that there is many secrets to this game, and that's what I love about it. Each one of these aspects of the games can heavily alter each other and add things that can enable you to do more cool things. And where is my example for that? I do not have one. I have only been able to secure just 2 handfuls of endings that this game had to offer. And the explanation for that is I genuinely suck at the game, and it also takes around 30 minutes for a successful run. This also means that if I mess up, especially on a run that would in fact change that fact, I lost 30 minutes for an attempt. It was something that genuinely piqued my interest because of how the game was formed, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Maybe with like I'm Scared or like Doki Doki, but like I didn't think about that until I got to this line in script. Anyways, if this game piqued your interest, then I would highly suggest either buying the game and giving it a go for yourself or watching some people go play the game. Either way, I still make no money. You are now leaving CyKer's world. See you on your next visit. Also, by the way, brother, I am sorry that I did not get all the endings. I